Yo, what's going on guys? CWpoke here, back with a brand new video, and today we are going to be doing sort of a throwback topic and looking at something pretty interesting. Mega Evolution in regards to the Pokemon from the Alolan region. Even though Mega Evolution is already guaranteed not to happen for Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, it is still fun to theorize and imagine cool Mega Evolution designs. And it seems many artists agree, as there is a slowly growing number of Mega Evolution fan art for Alolan Pokemon. So what I decided to do is pick 10 of my favorite Gen 7 Mega Evolution designs and showcase them to you guys in what is my top 10 Gen 7 Mega Evolution wish list. Don't forget, as with all artist showcase, links to the artists and their designs will be down below. So if you have a particular design that you really like, be sure to show that artist some support. Also, before we begin, let me ask you a simple question. Do you think Mega Evolution will return in the new teased Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch? Also, what do you think that game will be like? And now, without further ado, let's jump straight into this countdown. Kicking her way onto number 10 spot today goes to a new favorite grass type, Tsareena. This powerful grass type is not afraid to stomp anything out of its way using her strong signature move, Troupe Kick, but a Mega Evolution would make that attack even stronger. Becoming even more regal in her appearance, Mega Tsareena looks like it could gain a little bit more onto her defenses while buffing that attack up even more. As far as typing and ability goes, that's a bit of a trickier thing. Her ability Queenly Majesty is already pretty unique on its own, so I figured leaving that would be the most logical choice, and maybe adding a fairy typing so she has another typing to abuse the same type attack bonus. Let me know how you guys would change up Mega Tsareena. Be sure to leave a comment if you have a cool idea. Next up at number 9 goes to a pretty awesome bug electric type, Vikavolt. This Pokemon immediately captured my attention until I looked up that base 43 speed stat. Unlike most electric types, being slow on the battlefield is something that gives Vikavolt a pretty tough time. So instead, maybe having a Mega Evolution such as this one would be just the right fit for it. Not only is the design incredible, but maybe it could provide an enormous boost to its speed stat to help Vikavolt stand a chance against faster foes. Adding a little bit more onto its special attack would help Mega Vikavolt wreak some havoc in the Alola region. Slicing a spot on this list at number 8 goes to a silent but deadly grass type, Lurantis. Lurantis is a pretty strong Pokemon, proving to be one of the tougher challenges as a totem boss in the Sun and Moon storyline. But one thing that confuses me to this day is the fact that this Pokemon is not a bug type, despite looking like a bug and having part of its name actually come from Mantis. This design for a Mega Evolution completely blew me away. It looks so much more powerful and the quality of the work is simply amazing. But maybe Mega Lurantis could add a bug typing while giving it a unique ability to help buffer some of those weaknesses. I was thinking of something like Tough Bug. Pokemon with the Tough Bug ability take resisted damage to rock and flying attacks. This would help Lurantis lose its flying weakness and ensuring that fire and ice are the only real threats to stay away from. Focusing in on number 7 spot, Oranguru is up next for a Mega Evolution. This Pokemon is pretty cool both in its design and its ability to use Trick Room and instruct on its teammates to help give them a second turn to attack. While looking around for designs, I actually found this concept for what was supposed to be an Oranguru evolution, but in my opinion, it also seemed very fitting for a Mega Evolution. Ditching the normal type for a new rock, this rock psychic type looks like he'd gain a ton of defense, while maybe even becoming a little bit stronger on its own offensive front. I'm not too sure if this Mega Evolution would really help it since it does lose out on an important item slot, but maybe it could gain Oblivious as its new ability, so losing out on a mental herb wouldn't be so detrimental to this guy. Dancing its way up to the 6th spot goes to a Pokemon with multiple forms, Oricorio. The dancing bird of Alola has some pretty unique designs, all based off of different styles of dance, and giving Oricorio the ability to Mega Evolve would be amazing, considering the fact that it would have 4 completely unique Mega Evolutions that all could have a different specialty. While the artist who designed this set of Mega Oricorio only designed 2 of the 4 forms, I thought it was still a noteworthy mention and shows what could be for the basic Mega design. I like how they go from birds into almost spirit looking Pokemon, gaining a new sense of mystery. To be honest, these designs are a little too close to the original forms for me, but they still do add a pretty cool twist to this awesome Pokemon. Halfway through this list at number 5 goes to Dhelmise. One of my favorite designs in Alola, this grass ghost type is an incredibly mysterious and pretty hard to find Pokemon. But this Mega Dhelmise steps it up entirely. Taking the anchor design and making it larger and more free, I could imagine Mega Dhelmise looks incredible in the battlefield, having the anchor swing around while it idles. While I don't think it's totally practical, seeing Mega Dhelmise lose its grass or ghost typing in favor of steel could be really interesting considering its ability Steelworker. Steelworker boosts steel type attacks by 50%, so with the same type attack bonus, Mega Dhelmise would hit incredibly hard with any steel type moves. Adding in the likely attack boost from Mega Evolving, Mega Dhelmise would be an incredible Trick Room sweeper. Sneaking into today's 4th spot, the Poison Fire type Salazzle is next up on this list. This feisty lizard Pokemon has a pretty cool design and she's actually pretty useful competitively too. Fortunately, I found an incredible Mega design, but sadly it wasn't in digital format, but it was still too good to pass up on. This Mega Salazzle looks straight up crazy, looking like it could either keep its Poison or Fire typing while switching off one for maybe a Dark or even a Dragon typing. Personally, I think a Dragon Poison type would be sick. In addition, Salazzle has its own unique ability Corrosion, which allows it to poison steel types. But instead, I thought maybe Mega Salazzle could benefit from a boosted version of Corrosion, capable of hitting steel types with poison moves and possibly even dealing super effective damage. This would let Mega Salazzle keep its advantage over steel types despite losing the fire typing, while also just looking way cooler in battle. Moving into the top 3, this next Pokemon is one of my personal favorites in the 7th generation, Mimikyu. This adorable ghost fairy type hides its apparently disgusting appearance behind the cute disguise. While searching for Mega Mimikyu designs, I honestly wasn't able to find too much that impressed me. I did, however, find a funny design that was intended to be an evolution. This isn't necessarily the direction I'd want Mimikyu to take for its Mega Evolution. Instead, maybe unveiling itself from the disguise, or at least partially revealing itself, would be a much cooler approach. Game Freak could also give it an interesting ability where any move that physically contacts Mega Mimikyu could have a negative effect on the Pokemon, maybe decreasing its attack or speed by 1 from the fright. Nonetheless, hopefully we see more Mega Mimikyu designs, but at least we know Mimikyu will gain a unique Z move in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. With only 2 spots left, next up on this list goes to Palossand, the Ghost Ground-type Pokemon. Palossand is pretty cool as far as its design goes, and it has some pretty interesting gimmicks with its water compaction ability, especially with Smeargle as a partner in doubles. But nonetheless, Mega Palossand is on this list primarily just because of its hilarious concept. Moving away from tiny little sandcastles to now replicating pyramids, Mega Palossand takes on a whole new level of sand sculptures. While this design may be a bit too exaggerated for in-game, a pyramid-based Palossand could be pretty funny and interesting, considering it would probably still keep its Trick Room attacking role but become even tankier in the process. And finally, topping off the list today at number 1 goes to Silvally. Silvally is one of the most interesting Pokemon in Sun and Moon, especially being a non-mythical version of Arceus. Being essentially a man-made Pokemon created by Team Aether, Silvally has a ton of potential lore behind it, and a Mega Evolution would be incredible. Looking through designs, I saw this version of a Mega Silvally and it totally caught my eye. It's actually somewhat of a fusion between Hoopa and Silvally, while still being intended as a Mega Evolution. I love how the ring effects from Hoopa look very similar to the portals that the Ultra Beasts are seen using, and seeing Mega Silvally could have some sort of relation to UBs in general, that would be incredibly interesting for the story of Ultra Sun and Moon. Nonetheless, Silvally is a Pokemon that sadly ended up a little underwhelming in the actual games, so maybe a Mega Evolution could fix that. But how would you design Mega Silvally, and more importantly, how would you handle its type changing ability? And with that concludes this list of the top 10 Alolan Mega Evolutions that I would like to see. As I said earlier, I'm bummed that Mega Evolutions most likely won't make it into the new games, but at least some artists out there see a lot more crazy potential in Alolan Megas. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.